We going to get any comments from your dad tonight, Cole?
My flag is out. Probably. Actually, my Uncle Sal texted me.
Oh, Sal, baby.
He said, Kenny must be so happy because Hocevar won.
Oh.
Avid
Look
watcher.
at Uncle Sal, right?
Avid watcher of SpeedFreaks.
Bang.
I like that.
Because how many Sals do you have in the family?
5.
Seriously.
But this was the cool Uncle Sal.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
What's up, Sal?
Oh, dude. Look at the cat hairs.
We are going live in 30 seconds on Fox Sports FS2, the Freak Radio Network. Oh, my goodness.
I know, but just, okay, I'll vacuum.
Lucky we don't have the cameras out there getting all that duck madness in the backyard.
Mm.
That's duck with a D, like dog, like duck.
Duck sex. Duck
10 seconds.
Mommy care.
Crash. Quiet.
I know how to count.
All right, here we go.
I can hear him.
On the back, thrown away, and Wallace is in the wall right after contact.
Right in front of the pack, Blaney's around, Logano's around, they're all wrecking.
High Alpha, 2 laps. Oh my God! Everybody is down.
Is there a driver out there that you'd like to catch a buzz with?
Well, to have a nice drink of milk with them, I would say I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be Elio.
Both times I went, I'm like, I do not even belong standing in here. I just get a drink, go in a corner, and look around and go, holy cow! I want to get a picture with that guy and that girl and that lady. And
Oh, and a burnout.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Lucas Oil Studios and riding on a dope Seppa General Tires, it's SpeedFreaks, Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, Richie, Cole, and Cody, Big Johnson. This isn't a show, it's a takeover, no rules, no limits, just speed, smoke, and straight talk. Strap in, Freak Nation! This is Speed Freaks!
We already won.
The day they stop having cars in the inner city, I'll stop smoking. Until then, don't insult my intelligence.
Say see you, Lemmy.
See you, Lemmy.
That's the kind of show that we're going to have tonight. For those of you who have no idea who that last dude was on your screen or on your big fat radio, that was Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead. Why not? Celebrating 26 years of Speed Freaks. Every now and then you got to throw in some of that old flashback, right, Freak Nation?
Without question.
Crash Gladys, Cole Cusimano, yours truly, Kenny C. Sargent, and Richard C. Suave taking over the panels tonight. Cody Big Johnson, not with us tonight, but we hope to have him back in here coming up on Wednesday for Horsepower Hump Day.
You got this, Cody.
But here you go. Hocevar, as we call him. We've been calling him Hocevar since the dude's been coming. Okay. We started Hocevar. Was it last year?
Last year. It was last year for sure, yeah.
Okay. Last year, combining the names Carson and Hocevar, we call him Hocevar because he's got a personality that we want to win. We want to dominate headlines. And then, son of a gun, you talk about riding the Dente. Is that celebration of him hitting the wall, sticking the wall after that win?
He's already had a Dente if he's doing that.
Yeah, that's Ride the Dente. Is that the, hey, bro, you going to do the Ride the Dente celebration?
He rode the Dente to victory lane, man.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. Hocevar happens, baby. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Hocevar happens.
Bam.
That's a hashtag.
So, Freak Nation, coming up the next 2 hours, it is a huge show. First hour, of course, with our friends at Fox Sports FS2. And in this hour, Ron Capps, NHRA Funny Car winner from the 4-Wide Nationals, and Motorsports Hall of Famer.
Sounds good.
He was alerted that he's going into the Hall of Fame, and it should take place early 2027. He'll be here in the Freak Nation. We'll hear from Carson Hocevar, or Hocevar, as we call him. He'll be here in the Freak Nation. We're also going to hear from Mr. David Malukas. So much so, Crasher, that we're going to go 2 parts with him next hour.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just got, like Hocevar, I want David Malukas to win his ass off. I want to have so many reasons to go to Hocevar or to go to Malukas because of these are young dudes with a personality that may not be to the liking of some people out there. If you don't like Carson Hocevar, if you don't like David Malukas' personality, get the hell out of here, Cole Cusimano.
Oh, not me.
Yeah.
I love these guys. You kidding me?
Yeah, they're right up Cole's alley.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't like them, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's
they're so great for whatever sport, whether it's IndyCar or NASCAR. They're essential for the growth of it and the demographic they're seeking out as well.
Yep. Again, Hocevar will be here in the Freak Nation. We've got a new CEO of NASCAR Freak Nation. Well, he's not new. He just exchanged his title. And Jim France is just going to sit back and collect the millions of dollars hanging out in the board of directors while Neil O'Donnell. You knew it was going to happen while the former quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Neil O'Donnell. Wow.
Oh.
But you got to say, Steve O'Donnell's first weekend as the official CEO of NASCAR, pretty damn spiffy.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Cole? 3 new winners. It wasn't just Hocevar as his first win in the Cup Series. It was also Andy J in the ARCA Series, Corey Day and notice I said J because I can't pronounce Jankowiak.
I believe that's it. Jankowiak. Yeah.
That. Corey Day with Jason Kelsey in the O'Reilly Series. I mean, what a weekend at Talladega. Steve O'Donnell, your debut went spectacular.
That's a great freaking point. And it's all you can only go down from here.
No.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we got. All right, let's just pump the brakes a little bit. We saw this coming. In fact, we had a discussion on Horsepower Hump Day on official SpeedFreaks at YouTube on Wednesday. I just off the cuff, I said something to the nature of, "Do you think Ben Kennedy will make a good leader of NASCAR?" And you need to go back and watch that to hear what Cole Cusimano actually had to say about that. But then a few days later, bam, there we go. We got Ben Kennedy, the son of Lisa France Kennedy, who is now the
He's the COO.
COO. I get all the C-suite
operating
stuff.
officer.
So we are going to hear from Ben Kennedy now. I know that's one of the issues that you had is you just have never heard the guy talk.
No, I haven't. He never talks to the media, so he's going to have to do it now with this role in NASCAR, and that's no shade to him because he's done some great things in the sport as far as introducing new tracks, new events. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the table in his new role.
But I think we all saw this on social media. What he has done is he and his committee of friends have gone out and acted as fans at, I think, a couple of races this year and last year to really get the vibe of what fans do want or do not like in his events, in these NASCAR events. And that, honestly, if any of that translated to what they did this weekend in Talladega, sending drivers to the infield, what was it? Jesse Love and Connor Zilisch up on stage with a DJ. Riley Herbst passing out beads. You know what beads mean. And other drivers, was it Marshawn Lynch in the go-kart with the cooler with Cletus McFarland? That type of thing, that is marketing gold, and that's what keeps fans engaged in your sport. Do this every weekend if you get a chance.
That's a great point.
Loved
and
it.
Cole Cusimano, I want you guys to be sure to follow us on X because we will post this. Cole, collectively, I want you to find out when the ratings do come out. Collectively, what did the ARCA, O'Reilly, and Cup Series garner for ratings? Because, again, Cletus McFarland and Squirrel McNutt were dominating the headlines during the ARCA race. And Cletus was on his way to winning a freaking ARCA Series race, and people were going bananas. I mean, bananas. So you've got
so much so that Andy J got booed after taking the win because it wasn't Cletus going to victory lane. And Andy J's story is incredible. His father, who has passed, there was some tribute to him just earlier this week. Whoa, it's just, and he's a great guy.
Yep.
Come on, you got to be happy for him too.
No one has paid this much attention to the ARCA Series running on those General tires than they did over the weekend with Talladega. With Cletus, what's that?
Agreed.
Right? With Cletus running up front. It was our text thread between the 3, 4, 5 of us was bananas.
It was electric. Yeah. It was so electric. He legitimately had a shot to win that race.
Yes.
I was talking with Gio Ruggiero this morning.
Yeah.
He said, I really thought Cleveland was going to win this race. And you heard it on the TV. When he took the lead, it sounded like Dale Jr. was leading at Talladega. And I think Carson Hocevar came over his radio and said the same thing. He's like, you're like Dale Jr. out there, man. So it was so massive for the sport. It is amazing what he's been doing.
And he had 100,000 plus viewers on his YouTube channel alone with his in-car in that ARCA race. Mind-blowing.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. So we got a heck of a lot to talk about, Freak Nation, including this afternoon's race that we saw the massive one happen. But I noticed something a bit different for me today than I have in the past, maybe just because I was paying particular attention to it. I just watch Talladega differently. I watch that race like I watch car chases.
What?
Okay.
A car chase may go on for 45 minutes, but man, I am glued to that TV waiting on something to happen. I just watch Talladega differently than Martinsville, Bristol, Texas, Homestead, because it's similar to what I do at Daytona, but there's just something about Talladega. It's so freaking big and fast, and something can happen in the split second, like we saw when Bubba Wallace got loose and caused the massive one, and 20-some-odd drivers. See ya!
26.
But don't you... 20-some-odd. That gives me 20 to 29, Crasher.
Well, here's the deal, because we all wanted to believe this is the biggest one ever.
Yeah.
And I believe it was Mike Joy who clarified partway in the broadcast saying, nope, the biggest one ever took 28 cars. This one was 26.
Damn close.
Look crazy.
I just
though.
watch. I would, because part of our text thread, I know I got a break here in a minute, is always, okay, it's time to take a nap. There was none of that on our text thread. There was some back and forth between Richie and Cole Kusama.
You obviously weren't reading my text.
Well, no, I wasn't, because I was glued to the freaking TV with Dave.
Cole and Richie.
I wasn't. I was not.
Okay.
You did not like stage one. I loved stage one.
No, it was ass.
I'm surprised, man. I'm really surprised.
Okay. Well, that's how we roll, Freak
Let's
Nation.
go. Let's bring
I'll
it.
explain more about how, or I'm curious, will you, Freak Nation, do you watch Talladega differently than most every other Cup race? Also, we're going to hear from Carson Hocevar, as we call him. We're going to hear from Ron Capps. We're going to hear from Johnny Morse, who started Bass Pro. He's going to be here in the Freak Nation. But we'll hear from the Dente, Carson Hocevar, your race winner from Dega. Next, SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned, passion earned. Lucas Oil, it works.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of SpeedFreaks for 2 decades.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818. David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
I can't say it enough, man. Thank you, Lucas Oil, for making this thing possible. That's why you should check out lucasoil.com, a line of products to keep your hot rods, your speed boats, your big old fat diesel trucks all fat and happy. Go to lucasoil.com tonight. Boom. Oh, want to get to some comments regarding the show on YouTube at Official Speed Freaks.
Oh, lovely. That's what you were laughing at? I didn't know what you were laughing at during the commercial break.
Well, regular contributor Blake chimes in and says, if you saw the opening of our show, he says, dude, to know you shared air with Lemmy makes you godlike. And that's Lemmy of Motorhead for you folks who. And if you look over my shoulder, I've got so many tributes to Motorhead just throughout my abode in life that anytime I put Lemmy in there is fantastic. Let's see, Jeff chimed in. Jeff Watt chimed in at Official Speed Freaks. Says, the cheers were louder than I've heard in 30 years. Kosovar rocks. Freak Nation, number 77. Ziegler Motorsports, #ZFord.
Nice.
Yeah, yep.
So Kosovar's a very popular winner. And what did you even say, Richie, that the paint scheme was not yet approved for a die-cast before or over these last couple of weeks, but all of a sudden he takes the win and somebody pushed it through because we're getting die-cast, folks.
Yeah, this is a little inside baseball here, but Lionel is the main producer of all the NASCAR diecasts, and what they do is in order to produce these things, they have to go to not only the teams, but they have to go to all the sponsors that show up on the car as well and get approval from every single one of those stake makers. And up until today, before Carson Hocevar's actual win, in that black with the gray trim, very Dale Earnhardt-like looking paint scheme, Ride the Dente with Chili's, that car in the standard version was not available to purchase. And it was one of the most requested diecasts. Every time you look in the Lionel Racing Twitter or whatever, it's like, when's the Dente coming? When's the Dente coming? Well, it turns out all you had to do was win, because I kid you not, 30 minutes later, Lionel Racing had the tweet up that you can go and you can pre-order today's Carson Hocevar diecast up. And I think Cole and myself are going to participate. We're going to be pre-ordering that car, especially with the dings and whatnot after he hit the wall with the celebration.
The Victory Lane
Can
version.
confirm, yeah. We'll be purchasing that. The Intimidente, yeah.
You know, the Intimidente. Ooh.
Can't take credit for that. I can't take credit for that. No.
It's still good.
No, it's good, though.
Whoever put that out there, thank you.
I'm so done with diecasts. We were part of that fervor back in the day, but that's one I would buy.
Okay.
Just the significance of that. I'm not contributing the win to Speed Freaks, just the fact that we've been riding this guy for so long and trying to get rid of not Hurricane, it's Kosovar, Freak Nation. Kosovar. That's his name, okay? That's I would buy that freaking diecast. I would.
We do need a Kosovar item in the studio, though, for sure.
Yes.
That seems like a necessity, like Big Balls Byron over there.
Yeah.
You know? So
there you go.
A plushie would be nice. I'm just saying. A Kosovar plushie.
Hey, why don't we hear from your Talladega winner, Cole Cusimano?
Yeah, so Carson Hocevar breaks through for his first ever Cup Series victory. This was his 91st start. He had 5 top 5s prior to this win.
Hold on just a second.
91st
Cup start?
Correct. Yes. 91st Cup start.
Holy smokes.
So he won quicker than Gibbs did.
Correct. Yes, he did. He had 2 runner-ups prior to this as well, so lots of heartbreak in between this win. Here's how he got it done at Talladega.
I just feel like you got to, the cliche is you got to lose some to win some. And there were a lot of times where I felt like we got taken out leading or up front, and I didn't even know if we were going to make the right move or not. And I felt like there was a lot of days last year that we were good enough to win. I didn't even get to the end to see if I was going to lose or win. So I just wanted a few more shots, and obviously the 500, I think I've ran that back about 1,000 times in my head and was pretty confident the next super speedway I went to, that other than Atlanta. But, big super speedway we went to, that we were going to do it and take it back.
Mm-hmm. And now, obviously, the big story is not going to be how he won the race, but the celebration afterwards, already being called an all-time great moment in NASCAR history. So this is Carson Hocevar on that iconic celebration of him riding outside the car, doing burnouts, and doing his victory lap.
Well, it wasn't clean by any means. It took me a while. I don't know if the TV saw it, but I felt like I was really close to the inside wall, and I did not have that steering wheel on, so I was panicking for a second. But I've dreamt about that in the off season. I just wanted to have something that, just was meaningful for me, and I feel like obviously being a junior fan, I remember that iconic clip from, I think it was 2014 when he won the 500. I was there, but I remember he was inside the car, went helmet off and enjoying the fans going backwards, and but the fans, they don't really get to know if they hear them or see them and everything. And so I had thought of just like, man, I have really long legs. I wonder if I can hit the throttle and, sit on the door and ride and, just kind of see everybody. Like, I just wanted them to get as loud as possible, and I felt like they would if they could see me seeing them. And, ultimately, I just wanted to make sure I soak it in. I soaked every bit of it in, and I think I could tell you what everybody was wearing, where every seat was, where every 77 shirt was. I think I could have pointed it all out to you because I remember it so clearly right now. And that means more than anything else to me. It's just that none of this has been a blur.
He actually was pushing on the throttle, and it looked so effortless. What? How in the heck? He's taller than I thought.
Well, you guys saw this
Crazy.
live. I didn't hear the commentary because, we saw it live. We just didn't hear the commentary because we were pre-taping our interview with Ron Capps. And there were so many times when he would reach down and I couldn't tell what he was trying to do. Mm-hmm. Was Mike Joy or Kevin or Clint saying, what the hell's he doing, or what's he trying to do here?
No, I don't think anybody really knew. I thought he was stuck or something.
But I thought his pants were stuck on the... Okay.
He explains how he did that celebration. If we have time for that, we could do that. There's another really cool one.
Yeah, we got time.
Yes.
All right, cool. We'll do that one.
No, so I was sitting on the door, and I had my left foot. So what I had to do is I couldn't twist my foot around with the steering wheel on to drop the clutch. So I had to drop the clutch with the wheel off. I dropped the clutch. Sorry, Steve.
O'Donnell.
So, all right, perfect. I told him a while ago he should have became CEO a long time ago. It worked out really well for me in this change. I'm superstitious. Can you re-announce it next week too, if you don't mind? So I had the wheel off. I dropped the clutch, and I was hustling to get the wheel on. I got the wheel on, turned around, and so it just kind of just idled for me. And then as I felt more comfortable riding on the door, I was just kind of moving the steering wheel a little bit. It stayed straight, and then I started giving it gas, and then that's how I did it. And then I was really worried about how I was going to hit the wall and do the burnout against it, but it wasn't that hard of a hit, and just burned it down because I wanted to just at least burn it down next to the deal. But that was the biggest thing is it took me a while to figure out how to do it. But once I did it, I haven't had a phone. I haven't seen anything. Hopefully it was cool.
It did take a while.
Oh, it was, dude.
It did.
Now, real quick, explain what he meant by sorry, Steve, because we didn't quite hear, or not everybody could hear the fodder.
Yeah, so he was explaining how he did the celebration, and obviously, we mentioned earlier in the show, new CEO of NASCAR, Steve O'Donnell, was present, and he was saying, sorry, I did that, Steve. And Steve O'Donnell in the background actually said he was okay with the celebration, so
because he broke a rule, technically broke a rule there by taking the clutch out.
Yep, so that was a cool little shout-out that was fun to add in there.
And so Steve O'Donnell is not going to disqualify his car for that celebration.
No, and that's what we need.
Yes, and that's what we need.
That's the hell yeah we need from NASCAR.
Yeah.
Final clip here, very important. Carson Hocevar got a very special question from a caller in this press conference. Check it out here. Somebody called in, yeah.
Brother, it's Cleet. I'm so proud of you, buddy. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Dude,
you drive that thing to the front every weekend. I knew it was coming. I knew you were going to do it. You drove your tail off. Great job. We're all so proud of you, man. Great job.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, Cletus. I hope you were jumping on the wall or wherever the hell you were, but I hope you were jumping up like I was yesterday. You're gonna win one soon. You got it.
I was screaming, and then the burnout, immaculate, brother, immaculate. You did it for Dale.
Dude, I just realized I literally did this celebration on riding on the door at Le Mullet's. So that's where I thought of it. I literally did. Oh my God.
You're the man, dude. Great job. Congratulations.
Thanks, Cleet. Appreciate it, brother.
Man.
Le Mullet's, of course, being one of Cletus's races. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
NASCAR needed this so bad.
Yep.
So bad. And congratulations to Hocevar, Cletus for getting a P2 in the ARCA Series, Corey Day getting his first win in the O'Reilly Series. Man, NASCAR needed this so bad.
Yep.
Speaking of needing something so bad, Ron Capp's coming up in about 15 minutes. But coming up next, Steve O'Donnell. Is that something that we need so bad as NASCAR fans to get this thing on track? I'm not even saying back on track. To get this thing on track, we'll hear from the new CEO of NASCAR, Steve O'Donnell. Coming up next, Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Tickets are on sale now for the 10th Bommarito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Sunday, June 7th features 3 huge races. The USAC Classic, Firestone Indy next, and the only Sunday night prime time NTT IndyCar Series race. Enjoy a weekend of cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. The stars of the Indy 500 are coming to St. Louis. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
This segment brought to you by our good friends at General Tire. Go to GeneralTire.com to check out plenty of tires for you, Freak Nation, to be a part of. Stop texting me there, Skipjack. Man.
Well, turn your phone off.
I want to, but it's got to remind me to do some things, man.
No.
When you get to my age, you just need reminders, man. GeneralTire.com to find out how many days we got left. 4 more days where you can get $80 back when you buy 4 qualifying tires from General Tire. Go to GeneralTire.com. Friends of the Freaks for over 2 decades. Man, so much stuff to hit within these 2 hours. Coming up next hour on the Freak Radio Network, our podcast, and, of course, on Official Speed Freaks, we'll have David Malukas will be in here, a gentleman that is the epitome of conservation, and you see his company all over motorsports, not just NASCAR, but now motocross and supercross. We're talking about Johnny Morris, the founder of Bass Pro. We're going to hear from him coming up next hour. Doug Coletta sets a new track speed record at 343. You're 7 miles away from 350 miles an hour.
It's bonkers.
Cole, in 1,000 feet.
So
in 1,000 feet.
Insanity.
Congratulations to Coletta, Ron Capps, who we're going to hear from momentarily, Matt Harford with a big pro stock win. So much going on, Freak Nation. But what I wanted to do is spend a little bit of time talking about Steve O'Donnell. And I was out in front of this, and I kind of got my freaking hand slapped, or however you want to phrase it, when the news came out about Steve Phelps and some fairly derogatory things that he decided to text, not just about Richard Childress, but other people involved in NASCAR. But Steve Phelps is no longer there. Steve Phelps and Steve O'Donnell, in my eyes, were so good for NASCAR. I still thought that their hands, one of their hands was tied with Jim France still in the position and Lisa France Kennedy in the positions that they were. They still had their hands tied. Steve Phelps is no longer there. Now, Steve O'Donnell moves into the CEO role, and according to the news, Jim France moves back into the board and will not be there for day-to-day operations. We're going to hear from Steve O'Donnell coming up here in moments, but I want you to think about this, Freak Nation. Lisa and Jim are still the majority owners of NASCAR. So I ask you, how much is NASCAR really going to change with Steve O'Donnell now as the CEO? Not sure. I'm not sure. I sure as heck hope it does in many different facets. But let's give it some time for him to do so. The first soundbite from Steve O'Donnell is really, what does he intend to do, or how does he see NASCAR changing in the next 5 years or so?
5 years from now, if we're clicking on all cylinders, you'll see the sport be a must-have from TV partners, whatever the media may be. More and more sponsors activating across drivers. I think you'll see drivers that are crossover superstars outside of racing. You're seeing that happen more and more. Value of teams continue to increase. And really the alignment, Bob, is what's going to do it, is bringing in new fans, but really being proud of who we are. So I think we've got the opportunity. I go back to the foundation that the family has built. All those that have passed before us, regardless of where you are in the industry, built an incredible sport. And we sometimes forget that. So we're building off a foundation that is incredibly strong. We just got to do the right things to keep that growing.
I get the PR spin there. I would say you're somewhat changing the foundation. I think in order for NASCAR to go and grow into the next hemisphere, it's much of the foundation stays, but a lot of things need to change. And I think Steve O'Donnell was on the precipice of doing that prior to COVID. So I think we've got the right person in the position, and I think as long as he can stand up to the board, things will be good.
Now, Cole, sitting next to him was Ben Kennedy, who is the son of Lisa France Kennedy. And he assumes a new role of Chief Operating Officer. And with NASCAR moving in this direction, it's almost his role is almost as important as Steve O'Donnell's. And I say this strictly from one standpoint, is his age.
Bingo.
Right?
Exactly, yes. And again, he's done some very forward-thinking moves in the recent years of NASCAR, namely the Chicago Street Course, spearheading that. Obviously, San Diego's road course, street course coming up here in the next month or so. So he's done a lot of great things. He's thinking very young, and that's what this sport needs, is to gear towards that younger demographic and bring in those fresh eyes. So I'm intrigued to see what he does with this new role, and I think it's going to be a great thing for the sport. I really do.
Richie, let's segue into the question that was asked of Steve O'Donnell about trying to grow the audience younger, trying to get younger with the audience. Here's your new NASCAR CEO, Steve O'Donnell, talking about that.
Yeah, I think you're seeing it. So the first part, I would just address the core. As the core got older, it's important for us to make sure that their kids, understand what was so cool about NASCAR. So as they're coming back, which they are, that's great for us. So, you bring that generation. On the newer fans or the younger fans, you've seen us make some really bold moves. The new television agreement, having someone like Amazon come in, the demo got much younger already. We can see that. Some of the events that Ben talked about, some of the newer fans, younger fans are coming to those races. And then when you look at the marketing campaign and what we're doing socially and digitally, those numbers have been through the roof this year. And we're seeing it a lot younger engagement. We're actually doing less in terms of what we posted, but the quality of what Jess Smith is putting out is incredible. So people are engaging. I judge my kids on it, whether or not we're cool. And when they're pointing out stuff that I haven't even told them, hey, this is cool, I know we're on to a good thing. So a lot of work still to be done, but you're seeing that come in, and you're seeing it be done being proud of who we are. And I think we chase some things that may not have worked, but we're being way more authentic now, and it's working.
And Richie, I think you've said this before, but it just again snapped back into my melon while he was looking at Kennedy, San Diego, Chicago. Bring the race to the people. Don't make the people drive to the race. Talladega, you got to drive. Kansas, you've got to drive. Even Chicagoland, you've got to drive. I could go on and on and on. Texas Motor Speedway, not when it was first built, you had to drive, but now there's a community around Texas Motor Speedway. But the more races you bring to the people, where they could walk out their condominium or catch a rail, catch a bus to go down and see a race, San Diego, Chicago, and hopefully other areas, that's where Ben Kennedy is going to, again, excel, realizing that, we can't ask people to drive this far out to go see one of our races.
Unless it's an amazing product.
I do want to tack on to that really quickly. So overtaking Ben Kennedy's original role overseeing the scheduling operations is Julie Giese. Julie Giese, former president of Phoenix Raceway, who spearheaded this renovation. She recently was the overseeing the Chicago Street Course. She is one of the most forward-thinking minds in NASCAR. So for her to overtake this role is so imperative for the sport's growth. Like you said, bringing the race to the people and formulating these experiences like the Chicago Street Course to bring in new people. So that's awesome news for us.
I forgot about that tidbit. That's something absolutely key to this whole executive foundation.
Again, why do you think the Long Beach Grand Prix has been so popular? The race is freaking secondary. It's about the freaking party. Friday night, Saturday, and then, of course, Sunday. Richie, one more soundbite from Steve O'Donnell, right?
Yeah, we got one here. He's talking about here. So we heard from him about the younger fan base and wanting to attract the younger fan base. Well, one of NASCAR's big things they were trying to do this year is, hell yeah, trying to go back to the roots, trying to continue to listen to their fans and make changes. So here is Steve O'Donnell talking about how they've made those changes and how they're listening to their core fan base and making changes based on that.
5 years from now, if we're clicking on all cylinders, you'll see the sport be a must-have from TV partners, whatever the media may be.
Never mind. Oopsie. I doubled up on that one. But yeah, he was essentially kind of talking about what he's always talked about, which is making these changes to, going to the newer horsepower package of some of these tracks, going to, making the stage links today, that type of thing. So, but the big question there, I know we got to go to break, is like, at some point, do you listen to your fans too much? Are you too online? Are you basing your decisions off of the NASCAR Reddit and the NASCAR Twitter? Because if you start doing that, that's when you start losing people. Because again, NASCAR Reddit, NASCAR Twitter, they like bitching, but they're not necessarily the main core base of your group.
That's what the kids call the vocal minority.
There you go.
And if you listen too much to the vocal minority, then you have trouble. And I agree.
Overcorrect.
And other professional sports, they do listen to their fans, but they've got a better judge of really how they see their sport moving forward. And I hope that NASCAR could wrap their arms around that and grasp really how do we move this thing forward without insulting the old, but making it attractive to young men and women to come sit 2.5, 3 hours and watch a dang race. Hey, Freak Nation, Ron Capps. Dude is going to be going into the Motorsports Hall of Fame early next year. But more importantly, got himself the 4-wide Nationals win in the funny car. He joins us next. SpeedFreaks Pitch, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Here's a real-life story that affects 50% of all of us out there. It's called divorce. If you've gotten divorced and now you're struggling to pay your bills and your credit card debts are completely out of control, you need to call this special debt relief hotline right now. We help people with all kinds of money problems caused by different life challenges, a divorce, a job loss, even heavy medical bills. All these life events can sometimes financially stress you out and cause you to get out of control. We help people get their lives back by showing them ways to consolidate and reduce their debt, in some cases for a fraction of what they owe. If your credit card balances are more than $10,000, call us and learn how to reduce your credit card bills and monthly payments now. Here's our number.
Paid for by Debt.com. Call now at 800-810-1820. 800-810-1820. 800-810-1820. That's 800-810-1820.
The 2026 season of Speed at Worldwide Technology Raceway are on sale now. The Bommarito Automotive Group 500 and Celebration of 66 Festival, June 6th and 7th. The NASCAR Cup Series Enjoy Illinois 300, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and Confluence Music Festival, September 11th through 13th. And the NHRA Napa Auto Parts Midwest Nationals, October 2nd through 4th. Save big by going to WWTRaceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring.
Hello.
If you want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned, passion earned. Lucas Oil, it works.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
So Ron Capps benefiting from that Speed Freaks mojo once again with the 4-Wide Nationals win in Charlotte. And I continue to be amazed that you guys can run 4 top fuel funny cars down the track at one time. Would you rather run against a single car, or are you back in the camp of running against 3 other cars for a final?
I like doing this. I wouldn't want to do it all the time, but I enjoy doing it. It's fun. It really puts you outside of what you're comfortable with as a nitro driver. Even though all these people we've raced against a lot, you have to sort of change things up. And anybody could play a game, and it could ruin 3 other drivers by hanging you out. So the good thing is, when somebody does that, they're going to get their rear ends kicked by 3 other drivers at the top end of the track. So usually it's just one person, right? I like it, though. It brings a little bit of craziness to everything. Even the guys and the girls on the starting line are looking like, who won, trying to figure it out. My guys were telling me they couldn't. It took a minute for them to make the light blink of who won instead of solid. And the far right lane, 4th lane, we had it all day. We had lane choice obviously be number 1. The light that blinks on the guardrail, it tells us drag racers who won. It's a tiny little light. You live and die by it. Because you hit your chutes and you just glance at the corner of your eye and you go by. Well, I think it was broken. And I didn't see it in the semifinals. And I thought, oh my God, we just ran good. And we must have lost, or I got beaten a whole shot. I mean, I didn't know. And so I'm in the car. And we come around the corner. JR went into the sand. So I was worried about him. We came around the corner. And my guys are all thumbs up. I was like, what? So same thing with the final. I did not know. And I was on the radio trying to somebody let me know who won. I finally got out of the car, turned around, and it was some safety safari guy who was like, thumbs up. I'm like, no way. So, yeah, it's very, very hectic, very crazy, but very cool.
Hectic, crazy, cool. There's something else that I don't recall any driver talking about. This is a race where you only have 3 rounds on race day. Is there something good or bad about that in your mind?
It's kind of cool here, at least in Charlotte. Everybody goes to church Sunday morning, right? So they have a noon start, whereas a lot of times we've always been 11 a.m. and sometimes we're even 10 a.m. on some tracks. So it's a weird day. Like you do first round, and then they have like twice as long as we're normally accustomed to having to get back up. And so you're kind of waiting, and you're it's very hard. So you're waiting, and finally when you go and run that second quad, and what's funny is you usually have to run the same person that you either, Maddie, come say hi. Maddie.
Yes. Hilarious.
That was it. SpeedFreaks.
Hello. Hi.
We win as one team, so
That's right.
we're going to go to a team dinner. You going?
Yeah.
All right.
Pizza.
Pizza. And
Pizza.
hang out.
Not me. Winner's pizza with the big winner.
Love
Yeah,
it.
man.
Love it. See you, Maddie.
I can't wait for us both to win. It's going to be pretty fun. Yeah, so I mean, it's a weird day, and it gives the fans a chance to roam around, and it's just very kind of surreal. And then after that, you know, you get into the final, and you got to wait a little longer than usual, so it spreads it out a little bit, but kind of cool.
Freak Nation, his name is Ron Capps, NHRA Funny Car winner from Charlotte, 4-wide Nationals. Go back to what you were saying about playing games. What are games that the drivers can play when there's 4 Top Fuel or Funny Car or Pro Stock cars at the line?
Well, 1 car or 3 other cars. When you're driving a nitro car, you have a handbrake. You don't have a foot brake like a conventional car, and you're holding the car. It's centrifugal clutch, so you can actually let your foot off the clutch in our cars and hold it with the brake, and it just kind of drops the RPM, but it's still kind of running. Once you take your foot off the clutch, the starting line is called tug, and you take your foot off, and every driver, that's when we start to roll into stage from pre-stage. When you take your foot off the clutch, you're committed. You don't push your foot back on the clutch. It starts heating up slowly. So you're sitting there, and any amount of time you got your foot off the clutch, and you're in, and somebody's waiting to get in, it's just making your clutch hotter and hotter. So you start to trust or not trust somebody, and we've got to be where we kind of know each other, and a lot of drivers know that if you do that to somebody else, you're gonna get an earful at the other end of the track. And so we just kind of, you know, the main players, you know, in every category in nitro, they don't do it. There's a few that try to pull it, and it doesn't go over very well, believe me.
Ron,
So,
who's the best game player? Who's the best game player in Funny
Best,
Car?
or would that be worse?
Well, Force used to be, because he would wait and then he'd roll it in deep. But he's John Force, and you kind of got used to it, and you knew he was going to do it, so you got yourself ready for it. So I'm not sure nowadays. There's some people once in a while. I'm not going to name names. I got a whole season to go through racing these people. So you get to know who it is. End of the season, I'll tell you guys. How about that?
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Well, you're
Still off the record.
Your Chiron says NHRA Hall of Famer. We didn't talk about this last time. You going in the NHRA Hall of Fame currently as a driver, not a retired driver. You and Angel Sampay.
And alive. Heck, I'm not dead. You usually got to get in these things. You got to be dead. It's crazy. That is as big a Hall of Fame as there is. I mean, Garland's, don't get me wrong, that's a great Hall of Fame, but that is I've been there a couple times with Snake, and then when Don Schumacher got inducted, and that is when you roll into that party, that cocktail party before that, you look around, man, and it is the people you read about in road racing and Le Mans and NASCAR and IndyCar and Formula One, and it's a who's who. It is unbelievable. Both times I went, I'm like, I do not even belong standing in here. I just get a drink, go in a corner, and look around and go, holy cow, I want to get a picture with that guy and that girl and that lady. And so it's crazy, and I cannot believe that I get to actually go be inducted. So I'm pretty pumped about it.
Ron, you are the who's who now.
I don't know about that.
Yes, you are. That's incredible.
It was funny. Last time when Don got inducted, Mr. Hendrick, I believe, was, and Don had a lot of hot air. Don Schumacher could talk, and he got going and couldn't get out of talking long, and you could tell, and he was like, and I remember Jimmy Johnson was a couple tables over, him and Jeff Gordon, and they were texting me like, what's wrong with your owner, man? Somebody needs to go grab him off the mic. And it was hilarious because we were texting back and forth. But this, I cannot wait. Dale Jr.'s getting in. Herb Fischel, who was a big part of my career, is getting in. Hey, no getting naked in here, guys. I'm in my guys. It's their locker room too. So my lounge, guys are half naked over here. You want your ratings? You want your ratings up? It might go down. I don't know. It's cold in here.
little funny car nudity.
Yeah.
That grabs the ratings, of course, right here on Fox Sports FS2. They love those ratings.
Yeah.
No, but Ron, congratulations. You only found out about this, from what I read, a phone call in California a couple of weeks ago, and you knew you were up for the possibility of being inducted.
No, I didn't even know that. I swear I didn't even know that. Judy Stropa is my longtime PR person who I adore, and she is, when you run into Roger Penske, he'll remind me every time I see him that Judy Stropa, who was my PR lady when I went to drive for Snake, and she is a who's who, has worked with the best of the best. And when you go anywhere with her that's auto racing, I mean, you have legendary people will come up, Judy, and kiss her and say hi. She is so awesome. She, I think a couple years ago, she kept saying something to me like, your name keeps being mentioned. And I couldn't believe, but I don't know how that works. If it's like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame where you're mentioned and then you don't make the cut. But I didn't even know. And the guy called. I was home for a couple days. And I was driving back to the house by myself. And when he called and said who he was from, I pulled over. I go, give me a second here. I was like, I'm either being asked to go while somebody else is being inducted, which is still cool. But when he started telling me, I go, stop, hold on. I got to pull over. And it was like, I just sat there by myself talking to him. And I was like, I go, who else? And he goes, I can't tell you. They're going to do a Long Beach Grand Prix announcement in a couple days. And it's pretty cool, the other people on. So that was neat. Dale Jr. and Herb Fischel and what's her name? The IndyCar driver.
Oh, gosh. Is it Lindsay James?
Yes, Lindsay James.
Neat.
Just a very cool group. They're all cool. So, yeah, very excited.
Massive class.
Yeah.
Representing the NHRA, Freak Nation, Ron Capps, Motorsports Hall of Fame, and he's still driving. He hasn't crapped the bed. He hasn't retired.
I'm still alive.
Freak Nation, make sure you join us for the second hour of Speed Freaks at official Speed Freaks, and of course on the Freak Radio Network and on Fox Sports Sirius XM Channel 83. Second hour of the Freaks, David Malukas, Johnny Morse, the founder of Bass Pro. It's a big second hour Freak. And of course, Hocevar. Second hour of the Freaks coming up.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned, passion earned. Lucas Oil, it works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Tickets are on sale now for the 10th Bommarito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Sunday, June 7th features 3 huge races. The USAC Classic, Firestone show Indy next, and the only Sunday night prime time NTT IndyCar Series race. Enjoy a weekend of cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. The stars of the Indy 500 are coming to St. Louis. Get your tickets now and save big at www.raceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system. Pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
On the back, thrown away, and Boyles is in the wall right after contact. Right in front of the pack. Blaney's around. Logano's around. They're all wrecking.
High Alpha. 2 laps.
Oh my God!
Is there a driver out there that you'd like to catch a buzz with?
Well, to have a nice drink of milk with them, I would say I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be Elio.
Both times I went, I'm like, I do not even belong standing in here. I just get a drink, go in a corner, and look around and go, holy cow! I want to get a picture with that guy and that girl and that lady. And
And a burnout.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Lucas Oil Studios and riding on a dope set of General Tires, it's Speed Freaks, Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, Richie, Cole, and Cody, Big Johnson. This isn't a show, it's a takeover, no rules, no limits, just speed, smoke, and straight talk. Strap in, Freak Nation! This is Speed Freaks!
We already won.
The day they stop having cars in the inner city, I'll stop smoking. Until then, don't insult my intelligence.
Say see you, Lemmy.
See you, Lemmy.
The loudest concert I've ever heard in my life, 1984-85, was Motorhead at the Bronco Bowl in Dallas. And if you're curious why I just brought that up, well, Motorhead, that young man that you saw there at the end, not me, I'm talking about Lemmy of Motorhead, former lead singer of Motorhead. No, Cole Cusimano. You want to stump somebody with Motorhead?
Okay.
There are no living original members of Motorhead right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sad.
There it is. Second hour of the Freaks. Thank you guys for coming over here from FS2 Freak Nation at Official Speed Freaks and, of course, the Freak Radio Network. And we continue on Sirius XM, Channel 83, Fox Sports, Sirius XM. A lot of things to hit this hour, man. We talked about the massive one that happened, evidently, Crasher, not the biggest massive one.
Apparently not.
That happened at Talladega,
This
right?
was 26 cars involved, the biggest ever in the history of NASCAR's big ones.
Got it.
28 cars.
you saw in the intro where a bunch of dudes in some snappy, tight biking outfits got after it, and half the field ended up on the tarmac. We're going to get to the bottom of that. Where that happened, why it happened, what all was going on. We just can't see enough. Get enough of that there, Freak Nation.
That was the big one before the big one.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
It was.
Hey, Jason Kelsey.
Yeah.
Part of Corey Day's pit crew with the O'Reilly series here. Cole Cusimano.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was quite a shock to me. I was working at Amici. I didn't get to watch the race fully, but I saw Corey Day got his first O'Reilly series win, and Crasher sent a text, "Oh, Jason Kelsey got his first his first NASCAR win too." I was like, "What? Jason Kelsey?" Immediately go to Twitter and I see Jason Kelsey helping out fuel the car.
Right.
It's pretty freaking crazy. But I will say, it's a little bit of a PR stunt right there. I mean, he's not doing much there. He's just handing.
Who cares?
It's pretty cool. It's good exposure.
Yeah,
I'll say
it's
that.
Great exposure.
Yeah.
I think he loved it. And his 40-yard dash to victory lane was, you can tell he's been off the field a while.
Yeah. No, very cool, though. Very cool.
So many things going on this weekend. Cletus gets him a P2 as did he lead most of the ARCA race? Richie, do you know? Running on those General tires?
I don't know about most.
Who cares?
He did lead at a point, but I don't believe it was most. I believe it was just a nice chunk.
It was either him or Gio for sure. They were both leading bulk of that race. But Isabella Robusto also had a great shot towards the end also. So
I know.
It was a fun race.
It was. It was one of ARCA's best for sure.
Mm-hmm.
4 wide nationals went off in Charlotte. You saw Kyle Larson maybe hop in a funny car. Right?
Jack Beckman's funny car.
Yeah, JB's fast Jack Beckman's funny car.
Because, of course, Hendrick Cars is affiliated with John Force Racing.
Got it.
So, yeah, he had his fun in Charlotte at the 4 wides before he had to leave for Talladega.
Curious, though, because if you're familiar with or if you're not familiar with the 4 wide nationals, they run 4 cars, not just 2. They run 4 cars: Pro Stock, Top Fuel, Funny Car, and bikes. And it's 4 every round. There's 3 rounds.
When it comes to race day, yes.
Yeah.
Eliminations are reduced from 4 rounds to 3 rounds.
Got it. So in Top Fuel, you had Doug Coletta, Smith maybe, but
Sean Langdon.
I know.
I was trying to think too. I'm like,
right.
Coletta, Langdon, both from
Tony
the Coletta
Stewart
camps.
And Leah Pruitt,
and
husband and wife in the final with 2 other dudes. Neither one of them won. I would love to be in that freaking in the pits when Tony and Leah got together, because they're probably, what is that? That's a 50% chance to win the race between Tony Stewart and Leah Pruitt, right?
Yeah.
And neither one of them. But again, Doug Coletta laying down 343 miles an hour. That's just, you kidding me? But Leah,
it's typical Team Coletta, though.
Yeah.
Put all the power in that final
That's
round.
right. You had Team Coletta and, well,
Dominic's parents.
Yeah, Dominic's parents in the other 2 lanes. So I'd love to have been a part of that conversation with Leah Pruitt and, of course, Tony Stewart. What I do want to do is, we hit this about 30 minutes ago. Richie, I want to run some of that Hocevar sound again. Carson Hocevar. We call him Hocevar here in the Freak Nation. They've been trying to give him the Hurricane and Bull S like that. No, man, it's Hocevar. Just take it to the bank. Hocevar. Damn, we need to get a shirt made up.
Sure.
Great call. Yeah.
Right?
Just use a real graphic artist. Don't do ChatGPT.
Why?
Because this audience hates AI.
I don't care.
Will you just go into the SpeedFreaks money bag?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, go into the SpeedFreaks money bag and pull out a little bit. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Pull out a little bit of money
Uh-huh.
from the SpeedFreaks money bag, because we got a lot of people watching us, man. We got people watching us because I posted a Cletus clip this weekend.
Right.
To the moon, skyrocket. So you can go to the SpeedFreaks money bag. That is our YouTube. If you watch us and like us and subscribe to us, we get a little bit extra cake. There's your SpeedFreaks money bag, and you can pay an actual artist to make us a really cool Carson Hocevar shirt. The people would eat it up.
Look, I pay for my AI. It's not like it's free.
It's still AI.
Yeah. I do. I pay for it, man.
Still not an actual artist, blood, sweat, and tears, putting out a kick-ass design.
I agree, Crash. I agree wholeheartedly. But you and Richie on this freaking money train that we've got this big ass bag, and you know what? I don't have time to wait on my freaking artist. Freaking my mistress, CP, excuse me. She could dump that thing out in 30 seconds, man. And she doesn't talk. She doesn't talk back when I say, "No, idiot. You need to spell Speed Freaks right."
I do have this one image that we had made the other day.
Oh
yes.
yeah, impressive.
So good. The Stephen A. Smith comeback.
Yep.
You tell me who the athlete is there, Stephen A. Yep.
That is just gorgeous.
Gonna go motorsports and Supercross all day.
So Hocevar got his first win. What'd you say?
91st start.
91st start. Bang. Got his first win at Talladega. Richie, let's first do we have the video of him actually doing the El Dente?
The ride.
I got a little bit of a celebration. I don't have the part that you saw in the open where he was going.
Right.
I don't have the part you saw in the open where he was going into the wall and doing the burnout, but I do have a little bit of him riding around outside the car.
Got it.
Oh yeah.
Well, better to be a rule maker than a rule breaker. That's what DW always said.
How long does
How about this?
his legs have to be, man?
I know.
Yo, you missed that. He tries to catch a beer from the grandstands, by the way. Yeah.
Wait, play that again. I got to see it. I got to see it. So he's waving, hand up, out the driver's side window.
Rule breaker. That's what DW always said. Absolutely. How about this?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Gimme.
Well, hold on a second. Are people pissed off?
No.
You don't throw beers at somebody if you're pissed off.
I don't know if it was a beer.
I mean, if you're, hey, I love you, me throw a beer and try to hit you in the face.
They're going wild, man.
Yeah.
They're trying to give him something to celebrate with.
You know that
He's
Talladega
doing a Stone
crowd?
Cold Steve Austin. You guys remember Stone Cold Steve Austin back in the day? And he'd go in the ring and he'd, beer me. And people would throw beers at him and he would catch it.
Yeah.
That's what was going on. Unlike Cole, do you remember at Talladega, like 20 plus years ago, Jeff Gordon won that race at Talladega, and people were like throwing the beers in disgust. So this is completely different. Completely different.
Yeah.
This is Carson Hocevar, explaining how he actually got it done, sitting outside the race car, waving to the fans, how he actually got it done driving that race car.
No, so I was sitting on the door, and I had my left foot. So what I had to do is I couldn't twist my foot around with the steering wheel on to drop the clutch. So I had to drop the clutch with the wheel off. I dropped the clutch sorry, Steve. So, all right, perfect. I told him a while ago he should have became CEO a long time ago. It worked out really well for me in this change. I'm superstitious. Can you re-announce it next week too, if you don't mind? So I had the wheel off. I dropped the clutch, and I was hustling to get the wheel on. I got the wheel on, turned around, and so it just kind of just idled for me. And then as I felt more comfortable riding on the door, I was just kind of moving the steering wheel a little bit. It stayed straight, and then I started giving it gas, and then that's how I did it. And then I was really worried about how I was going to hit the wall. And
of course, is Carson Hocevar talking about how in the hell he got it done after that big race win, sitting outside the car, driving the race car. Hey, Freak Nation, another gentleman that we are stoked that he's having such damn good success in the IndyCar Series, driving for Roger Penske. It's a two-parter with the one and only David Malukas. That's next. Speed Freaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned. Passion earned. Lucas Oil. It works.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to say
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, lucasoil.com. Check out that website, man. 2-wheel, 4-wheel, speedboat, man. They've got every product to keep your rides fat and happy. Engine, exterior of your car, your boat, bang. Go to lucasoil.com. All right, man, our friends at Worldwide Technology Raceway have one of the best IndyCar races on the circuit coming up in June. And one dude that's going to be looking for a race win there, it's David Malukas, who will be running for the first time in his Penske hot rod. David Malukas, now, Speed Freaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios. So, Freak Nation, we can't ask David Malukas too often to come into the Freak Nation. I'm not sure what that meant right there, but other than we're happy to have him back here in the Freak Nation.
He fits us.
Of course, really the first time we wrapped our arms figuratively around this guy was a few years ago at Worldwide Technology Raceway, where he was taking it to Joseph Newgarden at the time, and everybody, who the hell is this guy? He popped out of the car, showed everybody his personality, and everybody just jumped on the Malukas bandwagon. Malukas, that race with Newgarden, is that still fresh, or was it just such a phenomenal race for you that it's already gone and you can't remember much from that race?
No, I remember it very much. Well, I just remember the ending, that last kind of run to the finale, when I remember it was rained out, and then we had the delay, and the temperature kept dropping. And with the way our setup was at the time, I remember speaking to my engineer, I'm thinking, this is actually kind of good for us, right? I think this is going to help us. He said, yeah, this is going to be in the right direction, I think. And I mean, that once the green flag flew, which first of all, it was at night, which was so cool. And me being very, first season, I wasn't really thinking. And it's like, I think like 2 minutes before we went green, I was like, oh, I need a clear visor. I can't see. But we got the clear visor on. And that race was fantastic. That running all the way till the end, getting to the finish line, it was just a charge up to try to get to first.
Well, I think one of the points that I remember mostly about it, Crasher and I were there at the race. It was you and me, right? Mm-hmm. And we're getting these texts from our production crew going, who is this guy? Who?
We're like, just wait. You're going to love him.
You can't even spell his last freaking name. What's going on here? And from a media standpoint, that was the splash. But from a cockpit standpoint, did you feel like that's where you made your mark? You didn't win the race, but that's where you made your mark. Well, people started to say, we need to start paying attention to this dude.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's where a lot of it started. And I think in the beginning it was, saying a little bit of an oval specialist. And for sure, after that race was kind of where that tag started to come from and getting my name out there. That race was just freaking awesome, man. I'm not going to lie. All the memories from it and it being at night. And then when they launched the fireworks, it's already nighttime. And it just felt like I was in a movie. It was so cool. And of course, you didn't get the win. But for me at that time, first season in IndyCar, I was just through the moon, got my first podium, P2, and racing. I literally, on my interview back then, I said, I can't believe it. I'm racing with Penske's, which is ironic. Now we look, a few years later, and now we're here. It's pretty crazy to see how it all comes full circle.
David Malukas joining us in the Lucas Oil Studios, and you have, in the past, I've heard in a couple of interviews, you've equated the learning process in IndyCar to adult Legos. So where was that gateway second place, that podium, in your Lego construction of a Victory Lane model, let's say? And where do you see this model going, and when will it be Victory Lane complete?
I think a lot of those Legos was from the mental side, stacking them up from a mental, because I think leading up to that point, you have your sparks, but it's definitely like a mental battle when you get into IndyCar. No matter what's happened in the past, IndyCar is such a different beast of its own. Mentally, I didn't know, like, am I quick? Can I be there? I don't know. How can we compete? And I think that race really stock those Legos up where hey, you know what? I can be here. We can get results if we can get things where they need to be. If I keep on learning and getting my expertise up from a driving standpoint and get the strategy underneath me, then we can be up front. We can race with these guys and we can make a name for ourselves.
You just talked about learning. Who has been, you've had a lot of veterans in your ear over the last couple of years. Who's been one of the greatest at giving advice on track? Was it a Takuma Sato, or has it been a Scott McLaughlin or a Joseph Newgarden? Who's been that guy that you're like, dude, that was really beneficial?
I would say the most influential had to be probably number one, Takuma Sato, mainly because that was my teammate when I first joined IndyCar. So he helped me a lot just going through those first steps because everything was so new to me, and being teammates, we were able to share that data, and he's telling me, hey, this is what you do, this is what you not do, especially when it came Indy 500. That was so big for me, getting my head wrapped around all of that, because he is a legend over there. And probably why I kind of started to click on ovals pretty early on was I'd say big thanks to Takuma. And I'd say after Takuma, I'd probably go Elio Castroneves. I spent a short time at Meyer Shank, and he gave me a lot of good info, and just, man, he is all around just a fantastic guy to be around. He's just so kind to me, and he gave me a lot of good advice.
Hold on. You guys are two peas in a pod talking about David Malukas and Elio Castroneves. You two together could be dangerous, but fun dangerous. Where would you want to go? Would it be an amusement park? Would it be a park, just a regular park? Would it be fishing? Where would you want to go just for a day off with Elio?
With Elio, well, hey, so I come from this is going to be kind of funny, but because anywhere you go with him is going to be fantastic. But I just think for just the way things are, I used to do ballroom dancing before racing when I was 6-7 years old, and he was dancing with the stars. So maybe we'll go dance somewhere. I think it'd be a fun night out.
Okay, Hinchcliffe is working. He's working to get you on the fall season. Is it solidified yet? Come on.
I know. Well, I'm waiting for the call, so we'll see.
Hey, look, Malukas, you're 6-7 years old. That's when personalities, thank you. That's when personalities start to build. That's when the rancor of dealing with people's opinions start. And you got these 7-year-old dudes going, really? You're ballroom dancing, you happy bastard? While we're out there knocking heads on our bikes and acting like we're Mario freaking Andretti, you're on the ballroom floor.
With the chicks.
With the chicks. But were you catching grief as you were strapping on those freaking heels to snap on those wooden floors?
What?
Kenny has weird questions.
How did that even? What was that question? That went everywhere. I don't know. You said the 6-7. That went. Everything went right over my head. But
listen, you grew up in freaking Illinois, home of the Bears, home of the Bulls, home of the freaking Cubs. But you're ballroom dancing, my man. Were you catching grief from your boys?
So listen. This is my parents. They come from Lithuania, which ballroom dancing is massive in Eastern Europe. So that's kind of how that came to fruition. My mom was like, we're gonna get him in, and we're gonna learn him how to dance. And I mean, back then when I was a kid, I was like, I don't want to do this. I want to go racing, and it was not fun. But I mean, now she said it. You're gonna thank me later, and now I can dance if I wanted to. And actually, I do thank her. I'm like, thank you, because now I have some groove to my hips. I can move. It's nice.
Some groove to my hips. I'm liking that.
And again, you've known us for 3 or 4 years now, and you can judge by our personalities. I think we would have a damn good time if we went out and maybe had some orange juice or something late at night. But listen, with a personality like yours,
not oranges, we'd be having milk.
Yeah, sorry, we'd be having milk.
That.
I forget that Hovis is standing right there next to you, so you can't drop too much in there. But look, man, with a personality like this, I've tried. Okay, remember the show's all about me, so give me a second.
Oh, gee.
Positive attitude, look at the bright side. So when the negativity would come in as a kid, or even now, you try and push it away. But when you do live radio shows, live TV shows, there's a bit of anxiety that comes about, and you're trying to cover it up and so forth. With your personality, going into a live instance like racing, have you learned to deal with the anxieties of the lead up? Because once the light goes on, once the flag drops, I'm cool. It's just once that freaking that lead up, I am just a mess inside. How is David Malukas before the flag drops?
That's a very good question, actually. So we do, at least I do, a lot of training with my mental coach, Luke Varley. He's been with me for many years now, and we did so much training from the mental aspect to get ready to be in the car. I think even it differentiates from different sports or even other motorsports where I feel like you have time to go in the locker room, reset, get your mind in the zone, get your head in the zone before you go out. When in racing, we are 5 minutes before we're in the car on track about to go green flag, we're still talking with fans, talking with the people, family, taking photos. It's such a quick turnaround, and to mentally get yourself in the zone is a very tough thing to do. And we did so much training for it, and to kind of really push all of those things to the side and get into the zone. I think for every single person, it's different on how they get it done. But for me, I have a whole program on Sunday, from a food, warm-up procedure and getting ready for the car and strategy, but also a procedure on how to mentally be prepared that by the time I get in the car, I can be laughing, having a good time 5 minutes before. But as soon as I get my helmet on, I am locked in. I am a very different version of David Malukas, and I am ready to go racing.
Part 2 of David Malukas coming up next, and I ask him, what driver does he want to just get hammered with? Oh, yeah, that's next. SpeedFreaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring.
Hello.
You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Tickets are on sale now for the 10th Bommarito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Sunday, June 7th features 3 huge races. The USAC Classic, Firestone Indy next, and the only Sunday night prime time NTT IndyCar Series race. Enjoy a weekend of cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. The stars of the Indy 500 are coming to St. Louis. Get your tickets now and save big at www.raceway.com.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Covering motorsports drivers and teams for 26 years, I think still to this day, it's amazing that we're allowed to walk up and talk to you guys as fans, as media members, and have a conversation, and then 5 minutes from now, you're going 220 miles an hour in the backstretch at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I can't stand people to talk to me and ask me questions 30 minutes before I go live on a little rinky-dink TV show. Is that part of the psyche that you're when you're dealing with this person about how I deal with all the craziness going around me before I put on my helmet?
Well, I can't speak for all drivers, but for me personally, I love it. Like, I love, Speed Freaks. I love you guys. I love speaking with the fans, having all those engagements. That's kind of what makes IndyCar. But it's just tough to get in that zone because, I have a lot of personality and I like to express myself, whatever it may be. But to go from that, David Malukas, and put that in a car, I'm going to be all over the place, very ADHD, not thinking anything correct, to just be all over the spot. So to try to go from that and make that switch, that's the hard part. And I think for us, it's something that we need to do. We need to get used to because I think that's part of what makes IndyCar special and something that I would not ever want to change. I love having that quick turnaround. It's just trying to be on top of it.
I think we caught you in a lie just now.
Oh.
Because you said when you put your helmet on, you're a way different David Malukas. However, we have heard you singing songs. We have heard you talking about memes to, I believe, your spotter. Maybe it was your crew chief. There are times when you're damn relaxed in that car and you are able to take a sigh of relief, a little fresh breath there, and just be yourself when the race is just going great.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, if I'm in the car, out of the car, I am who I am. I'm Gen Z. I grew up internet, memes, Reddit, all that stuff. I mean, I'm an online personality. So, you know, any moment I have in the car where I'm feeling confident, feeling comfortable, feeling relaxed, obviously the first thing that's coming in my head is going to be some memes, or what am I going to eat for dinner, or, oh, wow, look at that bird. I didn't know those types of birds were here in Alabama. You know, like, it's just, yeah, you know, you start seeing a bunch of different things. I mean, even at Alabama, I was entering turn 5, and I actually started paying attention to the spider in the background. I said, wow, it looks very different on track. And then I hear radio. It's like, hey, you know, make sure that fuel number. I said, oh, yeah, well, got to make sure we stay on track.
Basically, what I'm doing here is a sales piece for people to tune into your radio, because like we've said on Speed Freaks for almost 26 years now, personality sells. Mm-hmm. The on-track product of IndyCar is spectacular. Now we need to market the personalities more. And I'm telling you, people, you got to get on Malukas's radio because it is stellar.
Yeah, we're always going to be trying to add something in there. It's going to be funny. Well, now since you said the whole, I still can't get over with you saying 6'7". So maybe we'll have to put something like that into the radio. Hey, bringing up 6'7" though, you want to know what I realized today? Think about it. When is going to be when are we going to the Worldwide Technology Raceway?
Yep. I noticed that with the commercial we ran.
6'7".
June 6th.
Oh, man.
I know, but according to our daughter, that is so last year, but I don't care.
I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it is going to go away. But it's such a good opportunity, though.
It is. I'm an immature adult, and so I'm going to keep riding it. It's going to keep working.
Listen, you happy bastard. I just learned what the hell a meme was last week. I thought meme was like a GIF or a picture or some video. I got schooled by you ADHD bastards, man, trying to tell me what the hell it was. And man, I'm a better person now, my friend.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lot of fun. Once you get to the point of when somebody sends you a text and you don't respond with, text, you respond with a meme. That's like peak conversation, because a meme, I feel, is actually very efficient because it can say a lot with very little. If you think from a scientific standpoint, if we want to be quick, we need all the time we can get. We need to be efficient these days. A meme gives a lot of input very quickly in one shot.
And sometimes confusing, but that's the point. You want to confuse people at times.
Yeah, and sometimes you want it to be confusing because it's like, think about
it. Wow.
Penguins.
Let's get to more important things, guys my age. Hovis is not there. You're not having to wear a Penske uni. It's you and some other driver, current, past. You guys have a bottle of freaking tequila. Who would you like to get lit with? Okay, pretending. I know you don't drink. Who would it be a legend that you would like to get lit with and just freaking pry stuff out of them? Or what if it's you and Joseph Newgarden and you guys just get freaking hammered and all the questions that you could ask? Is there a driver out there that you'd like to catch a buzz with?
Well, to have a nice drink of milk with them, I would say, I'm not gonna lie, I think it's gonna be Elio. When I speak with him, the conversations we had, I mean, he had so many stories to tell, so many things that he had on his mind that. I mean, it's just so funny. Like, naturally, he's just such a funny guy. It would be a fantastic time. But if it would be a driver who I'd want to get some input on, some information, which I drove for his team and spoke for a little bit with him, would be AJ Foyt. I would want to speak with him, have a sit down on learning, everything about him. And he also has some crazy stories that I've already kind of heard a little bit about. So tapping into that would also be very interesting.
I found that, again, this was probably 20 years ago, Crasher, in Gasoline Alley there in some of these side rooms. There was Chip Ganassi. There was Bill Simpson. I think Tom Sneva.
Yes. And
someone else in the room, and the cameras were rolling, bro. They were rolling.
And they didn't care.
They didn't give a damn, man. And it was so I just had to freaking light the match, and they rolled with conversations that you can't put on camera, even though we have them on camera. Are you one of those that could just sit back and listen to these old bastards just go back and forth about these stories and then walk out of the room going, I'm done, just drop the mic and say, I'm going to go retire at some freaking lake in Aurora, Illinois?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, I think those are always like the best moments to have, the best conversations, is ones that are just free flowing and just hearing all these stories. And I mean, there's just so many things that you can pick up off of, and yeah, and it can, I mean, even change your life with some of the information that you can get.
All right, Dave Malukas joining us here in the Freak Nation. Again, friends with our very good friends at Worldwide Technology Raceway. You roll into that track, and there's got to be a certain bit of warmth, or that sounds kind of happy. There's got to be some bit of like, okay, I got this. Do you have tracks like that where I'm here, which gives you a step up on some other drivers that may not like that track or a certain track?
Confidence is always key, and I would say Worldwide Technology Raceway is definitely one of them. For me, you know, just my track record there, even pre-IndyCar, you know, road to Indy, Indy Pro 2000, Indy Next. I mean, coming off of podiums, you know, even going into IndyCar, that's where I got my first podium. Then I come next the following season, and I get another podium. So for me, Worldwide Technology Raceway is definitely going to be up there. And I think part of that strategy, I think we're going to be looking into, at least from last season, that was new and coming into this season, is that now it is going to be a Sunday night primetime race. So that is one thing that we're going to be looking into, trying to figure out how we can get the car set up for those temperature changes, starting from going to be sunset, sun's still going to be out, seeing how the temperature cools and goes into the night. But I think that's also what makes, for me, I mean, yes, from a strategy perspective, confidence, I feel very confident there, but I think also it's one of the coolest races, since it is I think our only Sunday primetime race.
Mm-hmm.
All right, since you think you're such a badass when it comes to ballroom dancing, you ready?
Here we go.
Can you tell me who Arūnas Bazokas and Edita Danuete is with from Lithuania? Okay, how's it going with Lithuania?
Arūnas, say the last name again. That one sounded very familiar.
Bro, I'm brutalizing these freaking names. Arūnas Bizokas, Bazokas, and then Edita Danuete.
The second name I have no idea, but Arūnas I have heard before. But you're gonna have to help me on this one. It sounds very familiar, but nothing coming up yet. You're kind of throwing me off if it's ballroom dancing, but
yeah, well, and it's not just ballroom dancing. I'm learning that there's different styles. This is the standard of ballroom dancing. They are 11-time professional world champions in standard ballroom dancing.
Oh wow,
from Lithuania.
Yeah, I told you it's a big deal in Eastern Europe for sure.
All right.
You tried, Kenny.
I know. Damn it, man. Buddy, we look forward to seeing you. We'll see you before Worldwide Technology Raceway. But
see him in Indy.
Yep. But, man, just go out and kick some ass. We wouldn't hate it if we get you back in here after a win, all right?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you guys for having me.
You know, Crasher, along with Hocevar winning Talladega, imagine if David Malukas wins the 500.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
My early pick.
Really?
Spoiler alert.
Okay,
yes.
okay. Malukas for the oh my gosh!
Yeah, that'd be bananas.
Instant rise to mainstream fame.
So good for the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Freak Nation coming up next. His name is Johnny Morris. He is the founder of Bass Pro. Bass Pro is everywhere in NASCAR, and this year specifically with motocross, Supercross. It's awesome. And I spent about 3.5 minutes with the guy just prior to Red Crest, the Super Bowl of Major League Fishing's event. And you get a good insight to his conservation and his belief in conservation. That's coming up next. That Little 500 accident, and of course, SpeedFreaks next.
SpeedFreaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of SpeedFreaks since 2001.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Here's a real-life story that affects 50% of all of us out there. It's called divorce. If you've gotten divorced and now you're struggling to pay your bills and your credit card debts are completely out of control, you need to call this special debt relief hotline right now. We help people with all kinds of money problems caused by different life challenges, a divorce, a job loss, even heavy medical bills. All these life events can sometimes financially stress you out and cause you to get out of control. We help people get their lives back by showing them ways to consolidate and reduce their debt, in some cases for a fraction of what they owe. If your credit card balances are more than $10,000, call us and learn how to reduce your credit card bills and monthly payments now. Here's our number.
Paid for by Debt.com. Call now at 800-810-1820. 800-810-1820. 800-810-1820. That's 800-810-1820.
The 2026 season of speed at Worldwide Technology Raceway are on sale now. The Bommarito Automotive Group 500 and Celebration of 66 Festival, June 6th and 7th. The NASCAR Cup Series Enjoy Illinois 300, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and Confluence Music Festival, September 11th through 13th. And the NHRA Napa Auto Parts Midwest Nationals, October 2nd through 4th. Save big by going to WWTRaceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned, passion earned. Lucas Oil, it works.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, now through the end of April, you've got, check in the old Watchola, 4 days, man. You can get $80 back by buying 4 qualifying tires from General Tire, up to $80 back. Go to generaltire.com. I spent a good 3 days at Redcrest, and what Redcrest is, it is the Super Bowl of Major League Fishing. And it was something to behold, Freak Nation. I came back pretty jacked up and excited to meet all these Major League fishermen or anglers, as the kids like to call them. But more importantly, I had a chance to meet Johnny Morris. Johnny Morris's name is just synonymous, of course, with Bass Pro. He's the founder of Bass Pro. But really, when I had spent time with him, I found out more about his conservation policies and the influence that he has on fishing and wildlife and outdoors in general. But Johnny Morris is just a legend, not just with outdoors, but with motorsports, whether it's Joe Gibbs or RCR, and now with Super Motocross and Supercross. It is awesome to see Bass Pro getting so involved with getting outside of NASCAR involved with Supercross. But here's a good 3.5 minutes with Johnny Morris, founder of Bass Pro. Johnny, I got to say, this is the first time I've been out at one of these launches for Major League Fishing. This is pretty spectacular. This isn't just somebody jumping in their boat and going, see you later. These guys make a big deal out of it, don't they?
It was a beautiful morning, just a beautiful morning. It was just coming down here with a buddy, but to celebrate the kickoff of this great tournament, and it was kind of emotional to me, and I'm sure to everyone, but saying a blessing and then the national anthem, introducing all these legendary fishermen as they took off. But it's special to me because I love this old Lake Table Rock. I fished on the river before the lake was built, and saw what happened after it was created, the fishery that's here, and it's really, I tell people all the time, that this Lake Table Rock is the birthplace of our company, Bass Pro Shop. So it was a very special morning, and you're right, these guys do it upright.
Is this where the conservation mind started for you on this lake here at Table Rock?
I think it's something that's evolved over time, but I think you look back at true conservation heroes in America, and a lot of them are sportsmen and women like Roosevelt and Audubon, and they became connected to nature by being in the field or on the water. And I think back when I went to open house of this dam with my grandpa. I was 10 years old, and he was upset because the lake flooded some of his favorite fishing holes. But what we didn't realize at the time, it flooded this vegetation, created this habitat, and almost overnight, the fishing just exploded. Is because of all the habitat. And so that's partly a conservation story, and that exists to this very day. And man's had to come back and nurture this. So we've recycled, I believe, over 1 million Christmas trees in this lake for habitat. Customers and people, this community bring in Christmas trees. Department of Conservation and other brush piles we put here, but habitat. But it takes everybody working together for conservation. And I call it like common sense conservation.
Right. One last thing, when Red Crest comes around, it's the Super Bowl. It's the big one for all of these guys. But you as a major supporter, do you look at it as such, like we got to be prepared for this big event because all these people are coming to town? We got to make sure everything spit shines and looking good for these folks.
Yeah, it gets everybody fired up. And I just thank everybody at the shop in Springfield, Jim, Boyd, the guys with Major League Fishing and the fish anglers, that so much passion. But yeah, it's like company's coming, and you got to get ready. Porter Wagner had that song in Dolly Parton about we got company coming. So we had company coming with people been working hard. I'm proud of everybody, and it's fun. And you see all the kids. That's the most exciting thing to me. And that little boy Brooks that made the first cast. This kind of plants seeds for the future of these events. Builds up heroes and creates more following for the future of the sport.
Well, we appreciate what you do and what have contributed to the growth of Major League Fishing and, frankly, conservation in general.
Well, I feel very blessed. Spent my whole life around a great sport of fishing, and as you look to the future of the sport we love, it does center around conservation, how we manage fish and wildlife. And I can just tell you right now, it's a happy story fishing in America because conservation's good, fishing good, and the fishing industry is very healthy today. And it's more than an industry, it's a passion, it's a way of life.
And we got no rain, look. Thank you. It's a good 3.5-4 minutes with Johnny Morris, the legend Johnny Morris, again, founder of Bass Pro, and really what he means to conservation, and also Richard Childress and Joe Gibbs and motorsports, NASCAR, with the big night race at Bristol, Bass Pro night race. So Johnny Morris here in the Freak Nation. All right, Freaks, before we get to Beat the Freaks, we've got to finally pay off that video of the little 500 crasher.
Oh, yes.
You want to share with the Freak Nation briefly, explain what this is, why it's happening, how long it's been going on?
Aside from it being one of college's biggest party weekends, and it's been written up in magazines all over the place, there's a movie about it called Breaking Away. This year, 2026, was the 75th annual Little 500 at Indiana University in Bloomington, and it is a bike race. It was founded in 1951 by Howdy Wilcox Jr. And for those of you diehard IndyCar fans, diehard Indy 500 fans, you know exactly who that is. 1919 Indy 500 winner Howdy Wilcox. This is his son, who founded this race because he liked going down to Bloomington, which is an hour south of Indianapolis, and he would see all these people cycling around campus. So he decided to honor the traditions of the Indy 500 just an hour north and create this race called the Little 500, mirrored so much after the Indy 500 in the sense that they sing Back Home Again in Indiana for this race. It is a 200-lap race, just like the Indy 500 is 200 laps. It's 11 rows of 3 cycles each, just like the Indy 500. It is paced by the same pace cars that have paced the Indy 500 race. Borg Warner is an official sponsor of the Little 500, just like they are at the Indy 500, and you get a Borg Warner trophy with your name engraved on it if you win the Little 500. It's just incredible, the comparisons. This year, IndyCar driver Tony Kanaan was down. I don't know if he was waving the green flag or what his job was down there, but he was down there having some fun. IndyCar drivers have been down there for years. So yes, Howdy Wilcox Jr., thank you for starting this race 75 years ago, and the tradition continues. Dorms have 4-rider teams. Fraternities, sororities. There's a women's race on Friday night. So, yeah, it's a huge deal. The Chainsmokers crashed a big party on Friday night. Just people are just all over the place all week. It's a massive week in Indiana.
And this all leads to a fantastic display of athleticism.
Athleticism.
Well,
it is. I mean, when I was down there,
Crasher, come on, we got to get this. We got to get the video.
Okay. When I was down there, though, yes, these guys, they're not just fraternity guys that are just big and meaty and whatever. No. Their career is cycling. They have so much founded on this. Just get to the video.
They wiped their ass out with a big accident. All right.
Hey guys, you wanted me to talk about that?
Now there is an exchange coming in for Chi Alpha, and a lot of the other teams have their best rider on the bike. See Judah moving to the front now.
Chi Alpha making the exchange. Ryan Amade on the bike for Chi Alpha. 2 laps.
Oh my God!
Everybody is down. Everybody has locked down. With 2 laps to go.
It looks like
I didn't know you wanted me to preface that and to set that up. Okay, we can watch it one more time.
No, we can't. We've got 1 minute. We got to go.
Okay, the actual winner, we'll read our thing back. The actual winner was Black Key Bulls. They're a very serious team. They were the ones in the yellow jersey. They were 11th when that crash happened, and you saw them in the yellow jersey sweeping around, and they ended up taking the win.
Beat the Freaks. How do we do, Richie?
Oh,
God.
17 points for Cole.
Yeah, man.
What?
How much you giving to charity this week, Cole?
What?
Yeah, it was a rough one this week. It's Talladega, baby.
Yeah. Which means we're giving away a set of General Tires, Freak Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure you follow us on Twitter, more importantly, Instagram every week for your shot at General Tires. All right, don't forget about Horsepower Hump Day. 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, every Wednesday, and of course, Sunday nights, 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Sunday nights. See ya!
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
In life, you get out what you put in. Time, effort, dedication. On the track, in the garage, in your vehicle. When you choose Lucas Oil, your vehicle delivers. Mile after mile. Generation after generation. Lessons learned. Passion earned. Lucas Oil. It works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive styling. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Tickets are on sale now for the 10th Bomarito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Sunday, June 7th features 3 huge races. The USAC Classic, Firestone Indy next, and the only Sunday night primetime NTT IndyCar Series race. Enjoy a weekend of cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. The stars of the Indy 500 are coming to St. Louis. Get your tickets now and save big at www.raceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system. Pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.